There's the red light. Of course, we're waiting for the green light, right? That'll be along. That'll be along. And it goes green. It means, hey, we are live. We are live. It is 7 o'clock or thereabouts, mountain time. The sun is shining, poking in and out between the clouds that are sprinkling just little bits of rain. I like a sun shower. It makes me feel good. But today I've got a rant on a little more sensitive topic, not to me, but to some of you. And that is non citizens voting in any elections in this country. Now, that's insane. Okay, are you going to go to Mexico and while you're there on vacation, what the hell? Go ahead and vote in their state, city, or federal elections? I don't think so. Why don't you go over to communist China where people do vote for local town representatives? Go ahead and vote. What the hell? You're not a citizen, but who gives a damn? The damn is simple. You've got evil forces, and I mean evil, E-V-I-L, evil, very bad, evil, even satanic forces that are pushing for non-citizen voting rights. There can only be one reason why the left wants such a dumbass thing, and that is they want to flood the electoral field with their illegal aliens, the people they give free housing, money, telephones. They can ply them for votes by just saying, hey, if you don't vote the right way, we're going to kick your ass back to Mexico. We're going to take away your free cell phone. We're going to take your preloaded Visa card. We're going to kick you out of the four-star hotel. We're going to stop giving you food stamps. God, what am I saying? That's what's happening. Good grief. You know, several states in the United States now are already permitting non-citizen voting in state, county, and city elections. God almighty, of course, New York's one of them. Duh. California. Duh. Do you understand? This is just plain wrong. To be a United States citizen means you have so many blessings, and the responsibility to vote or serve on a jury. Those are the only two things we demand you do. Well, here comes the illegal alien, grabs a driver license, even Idaho gives them now, and goes in and votes. Tell me it doesn't suck. Well, Mr. Trump's latest executive order requiring ID for voting, it's meeting a big pushback is what they call it, as the Democrats are going after his ass because they want people to vote just on their own. Their argument, you'll love this argument, okay? I've been an American all my life. Why should I have to show ID to vote? My answer is, at the very least, to keep from having your vote stolen. A friend of mine in the last election went in to vote, showed his ID, they checked his name and said, "You've already voted, sir." It turns out somebody else had illegally gone in, with or without ID, named his name, and voted in his place. So my friend lost the power of the vote. If ID had been required, the other person would not have taken his vote. That's another matter. Just know that the progressive left, a.k.a. Commie Democrats, they continue to push this insane idea that you shouldn't have to be a citizen to vote. These lefty commie pinko pigs, they've pushed and pushed for years, doing everything they can to blur the line between defining citizen and non-citizen. They say we're all the same, we all live here. What's the difference between citizen and non-citizen? What's the difference between registered alien and illegal alien? Come on. My wife has a green card. She is a registered alien. She won't try to vote because she knows she has to be a citizen to do it. But then again, she came in the legal way. She didn't come here on a floating door. All across America, the left is pushing for illegal voting. And it's the same insane logic, if you can call it logic, whatever that is, spitting out of their noses. God, Democrat insanity claims that not letting just anyone, including non-citizens or illegal aliens, vote is anti-democratic and even criminal. They say it violates the very principles of our Constitution. Nowhere in our Constitution does it grant any rights of any kind to trespassers, aliens of the evil kind. You know, these illegal aliens. Remember, when you're an illegal alien, every day you live in this country, you're committing the crime again. You got hundreds, thousands of counts of this crime against you. And now I'm going to let you frickin' vote? Why don't we let you run for office? What the hell? I'd like to be the president of America, but I'm not a citizen, but that's okay. That's where they want to go. The socialist, communist pig left is preaching that it is evil to control our own borders. They say that borders are, in their words, an imaginary construct. Can you believe that? Oh my God. The whole idea of an open world, that's the mantra of the religion known as the Democrat Party. And trust me, being a Democrat makes you a member of a radical religion. Now, this leftist religion decries patriotism as fascism, loyalty as fanaticism. They got labels for everything. In any case, they are rewriting the definitions of hundreds of words every year, and all to their advantage. Last year, Democrats in Virginia and Ohio screamed bloody murder when hundreds of non-citizens were purged from the voter rolls. Illegal aliens, green card holders, had somehow gotten registered to vote, but they weren't eligible. And when these states purged these, got them off, folks screamed, "What are you doing? They should be allowed to vote just because they're not American, just because they're criminal, whatever." New York's High Court, in a 6-1 decision, struck down New York City Council's law from 2021. New York City Council law was allowing 800,000 non-citizens with green cards to vote in the city election. Now, these weren't illegal aliens. They were green card holders. They know better. Yet still, 800,000 of them were poised to vote in city elections had the High Court not stepped in. Do you understand what this means? Democrats claim the Constitution, here's a quote, would allow municipalities to enact legislation letting anyone, including 13-year-old children, vote. Yes, New York, their constitution's being twisted so much that if they get their way, Dems are going to have children, non-citizens, illegals, voting. Oh, I can see that. Little 13-year-old picking your nose with one hand and casting your ballot with the other. Well, this decisive ruling should put to bed any further efforts, at least in New York, to let anybody and his pet dog or borrowed guinea pig participate in the elections. Now, it's sad to say the far left is never going to give up on this insane quest to allow non-citizen voting from sea to shining sea, from border to border. It's sad, but it's the way it is. Tell me that doesn't suck. I think it sucks. This kind of legislation, as would allow non-citizen voting, would give Democrats an incredible edge in the polls. Can you imagine adding 20 to 30 million new voters? This country would become what the Dems want, a one-party state. Democrat president, Democrat House, Democrat Senate, supermajority forever. There'd be no reason for you to vote because they'd tell you who the candidates are, and they'd all have the same platform: destroy America and make us the largest socialist country in the world, short of China. Citizenship should come with privileges, and these privileges and rights should encourage legal immigrants to become citizens of this great nation. The rewards of citizenship need to be attractive and not easily earned. That's why voting is so coveted, so important, and not something to be treated so dismissively.